Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us.
Hello everyone, welcome to V Skills Expert Interview Series. Today we have Mr. Rahul Kumar Singh. As Steve McConnell rightly said, it's hard enough to find an error in your code when you're looking for it. It's even harder when you have assumed your code is error-free. Today we have Mr. Rahul Singh, who is having extensive experience in software engineering and performance testing. He's an engineering graduate in electronics and communication from MLV Government Textile Engineering College and also completed his MBA from PILANI. He has worked in senior capacities in diverse industries as software test engineer and presently working in Oracle as a senior performance engineer. With his vast experience and skill set, we wish to learn more about his career trajectory and learning experiences. We welcome you, sir, to this interview series and hope you have a good time ahead. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Rajat. Yeah, thanks for giving this great opportunity where I can talk about the performance testing and performance engineering. Yeah, really happy to meet you and your team.
Okay, so now to start, we just like to have some word that can you please share about your journey and why did you chose this field?
Sure, Rajat. Yeah. So if I talk about my journey, so I'm from Bihar. There is the district called Khagadia, and I did my schooling from Khagadia, and later I came to Patna for the IIT and Triple E preparation. So got selected for MLB Government Textile and Engineering College through IIEEE rank. So I did my engineering there. So I'm 15 pass out, and I got placed from college itself. So then I moved to Bengaluru. So I joined Science Info Solution as a performance engineer. So this was a journey where it started. I was not aware about the performance, like there is any performance related any job in the industry. But first time I joined there as a Java developer, but later there was the requirement for the performance testing and engineering. So they gave me training.
Okay,
So there my journey start. Later I joined Toyota Financial Service. Then I joined NSL Hub, then Bank of America, and now I'm in Oracle. So it's been 7 years of a long journey where I have learned a lot related to performance. Even I have utilized my set of skills. So yeah, this was my journey when I started my career in performance testing.
yes. Okay,
Yeah.
sir, I just want to know that what exactly is performance testing? Means why is it, means how is it relevant today when we are talking of new software development paradigms which are emerging?
Sure. Performance testing is nothing but functional testing, where we are
Okay,
evaluating our system in terms of the non-functional, like what is the CPU related performance, what is our memory related performance, what is our network related performance. Basically, everything talk about the response time, how our application is responsive. So that is the performance testing. And overall, if I talk in the short, so basically performance testing is check the performance of any application under the load and under the stress, and in that situation we'll check what is the behavior of our application. Let's say there is the example like we have build the one car. Let's say any big car like example Ferrari, and then everything is working good, looking and design, everything is good. Let's say, but at the end, if we will check the kind of the performance, that time if company claiming okay Ferrari can go for the 500 kilometer per hour or whatever, when we are checking doing the performance, so we observe like when car is going for the speed of 100, so automatically car is behaving like abnormal. There is no control on the steering, even the wheels are um, uh, making some noise. So in that way we can say okay, car is good, even cost is good, everything is good, but performance is not good. So making the good
Okay.
product and performance is not good, so there is a no use of any application, even not even in the software, in any industry. If everything is good, performance is not good, it means there is no use of that product or system. So that is the
Okay.
performance testing.
Okay, Rahul, when we talk of performance testing, means any testing involves test cases. So how do you select a
Yes.
test case for a performance testing? Means when you want to
Yeah.
perform a performance testing on an
Correct.
application.
Yeah, yeah. Sure, Rajat. Yeah. So when we are talking about the performance, so as I told you, that is related to the non-functional. So we will not bother about them, like what our manual or automation tester took the scenario. So for performance, we will take those scenario which having more traffic. Let's say if I talk about the Gmail. So in the Gmail there is the more kind of the flow scenario, like people will log in and then they will either check the email or they will replay that their email, right? If there is the so many scenario, let's say there
Okay.
is the 100 scenario, but out of 100, let's say there is a 20% or 30% of the scenario more frequent, for the access of the user. So only 30 scenario I will take as a performance, and remaining we will treat as a
So the
functional only.
usage pattern is one of the criteria, as you mentioned, for selecting a
Yes.
test case. That let's say that there are so many scenarios that a user can interact with the application. So to check
Yeah.
to assess the performance, instead of assessing all scenarios, a prioritization is done on the basis of which scenario is mostly used, and then let's say a sequencing or a priority can be set, and accordingly the testing is
Yes.
performed. That's
Correct.
really very
Correct.
insightful. And as you mentioned,
Even we have,
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
Rajat, even we have one more criteria. Let's say I have worked for the banking domain. So in the banking
Okay,
domain, let's say there is the one functionality of the payment, right? And I was working for the global wholesale banking, and there was less kind of the user. But last time, just now I told, if there is the more user, then we are qualifying for the performance. But in this situation, what we did, let's say we have less user, but those user are premium user in terms
okay,
of they have more kind of the transaction. Like if 1,000 user is doing transaction, and they are making thousand $1 million, but here is only one user who is making $1,000 million. So it means this one client is equal to the thousand user. So this user get treated as a, and then we can take this flow also as a performance kind of the scenario, because I don't want to use, sorry, lose our this premium client as well.
so there are made various criteria for a test case selection.
Yes, correct.
Like we can have a
Yes,
usage pattern, we can even have that how much a customer value brings or the transaction brings.
that's
So
correct.
accordingly that scenarios can be tested. So we see that test case is selecting a test case is very much user or the application driven thing. Okay,
Yeah, that's correct.
okay.
Yes.
And what are Okay, Rahul, and what are the few most popular tools in for performance testing, whether they are open source or proprietary? Means, let's say in the market, which might be of very much good use to freshers or professionals, so that if they want to enter this field, they get a good, let's say, job or a good raise in their present jobs. So, what are the most popular tool
Yeah,
one should
sure,
be
Rajat.
well versed with?
Yeah. So first I will talk about the open source. So we have Apache JMeter. So that is the kind of the market ruler tool nowadays in the industry. So almost organization, either enterprise or mid level or startup, all are using JMeter. So that is totally open source, and usually that is the lightweight kind of the software. Directly you can download from website, and then you can start using. So and that is very easy also, so any fresher can just pick up, just download, and they can start doing the performance. Second is load runner. So load runner is from the micro focus, and till 50 user, that is also totally free. So I can suggest uh, people can go for the load runner as well, because almost big organization related to the fintech, they are using paid version kind of the tool. So load runner is the very good tool. So till 50 users that is also available, free of cost as a community version. So yeah, freshers can go and then he can download and he can take the any
Okay, so
application
JMeter,
and then he can
yes, so
do the
JMeter and
and
Load
load
Runner
runner.
are the major tools
Yeah.
which are very much suitable for not only for freshers but for professionals who want to move ahead. Means these are the two main tools which are needed for any professionals who want to enter this performance testing domain. Means these are
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
bare
Yes,
minimum.
anyone can enter. Yes,
Okay,
correct.
and what about the test management tools? Means I think are there any specific test management tools that are suitable for performance testing?
So in if you will go for load runner, so they are giving if you will take ALM integration and all, so there you can manage your all the test suite and even all the script and all. Even we have one tool called Performance Center, and every all this product is related to Micro Focus only. Micro Focus actually this product acquired from the HP. So all this product developed by the HP, but now it's acquired by the Micro Focus. So we are talking about the Micro Focus. So in the Performance Center, you can upload all the test cases. We are calling like a script. So we can upload there, and then from there only you can design the scenario and you can execute there. Even it will generate the report and all. So you can download that one. Even we have some tool like Blaze Meter or Storm Runner. Even a Storm Runner is again from the Micro Focus. If someone want to go for the kind of cloud based performance testing in terms of the load generation, so they can go for the Storm Runner or otherwise Blaze Meter, and then they can take the kind of the load generator from the geographical location, and then they can invoke the load, and then we can check the performance of the
Okay.
system.
Okay, Rahul. So we discussed a lot about the various performance testing tools, open source and proprietary, as well as test management tools. So now we like to understand that in next 5 years, what will be the opportunities for available in this performance testing domain?
So, if I talk about the opportunity, so what I observe in my career, even whoever was totally close to me in terms of my friend and then colleague. So there is a huge kind of the requirement in the market. Earlier, people was not aware about the performance, so even company was not that much aware about the performance, and then whoever was aware, so there was no good kind of the framework where he can do the performance testing. So slowly we have so many open source tool, even paid version tool with lots of kind of the supporting kind of the mechanism, so where now company doing the performance. And the good part is we are getting the good kind of the pay as well. If I
Oh,
compare the salary of the performance, so it will be the above tested even developer. If
okay.
you are good
That's
performance not tester but performance engineer, so first 3-4 years one should work in the performance testing, then slowly he can ramp up and then they can pick up the performance engineer thing. Once anyone can start the performance engineering, so their resume will be more stronger than developer and tester, and they can get the huge package in the market similar to the architect, I would say, because we are the totally closer to the architect. So yeah, so there's the huge kind of the scope for the performance tester, even for the performance engineer, especially for the performance engineer.
okay. Now we almost come to the end of this interview. I would like to have your advice for freshers who want to get into this field. What should they be aware of? What should they do to get into this field and be successful?
Yeah, yeah, sure, Rajat. Yeah. So first, I would say like I will welcome who is coming to our enterprise kind of the company in organization. And first of all, a fresher should get the just job, any job
Okay.
related to the software, either tester, any developer, SQL developer, any job related to the software will be fine. And then once he will entry, then he can learn for performance testing. and then slowly he can come to the performance engineer. Because for the performance engineer, one should have very good knowledge related to the coding. Coding
Mhm.
again, Java, Python will be the added advantage. Then
Okay.
there should be very good knowledge about the all the testing, including manual automation, security, performance testing, API testing, database testing, right?
Okay.
Again, one should have very good knowledge about the CI/CD with DevOps. CI/CD means we need to create the pipeline, like we have Jenkins, we have GitHub and all that. We have again APM tool to monitor the our infrastructure like Dynatrace, AppDynamics. Again, we have Grafana and FluxDB, and we should have very good knowledge about the DB query and all. At least MySQL and Oracle DB and all. Again, there should be very good knowledge about the Linux, because in the industry everyone working on the Linux server, right? So we should have very good knowledge about the Linux command and all. So then only, okay, and then there is the network related knowledge, how our kernel is working, how our OS is working, right? And then how our DNS server, how our network, how our latency is working. Those knowledge will be not only high level but in depth one should have. Then only they can become the performance engineer. So I would suggest start from zero, and then one by one we can add all the skills in our resume, and then we can become the performance engineer.
Okay. So freshers, this is the advice, sir, that one should take any job that is there for them, because performance testing is not a small thing. It involves not only understanding the specific applications, you should be aware of the coding aspect. You should also be
Yes,
aware of networking. You should also be aware of databases and how all these things are behaving. Then only, of course, you'll be able to pinpoint the specific performance to be optimized.
yes,
So
that's correct.
so this is a very good and insightful advice from you, sir. And to conclude this interview, we thank you, sir, for giving your valuable time so that we all are able to learn more about performance testing and performance engineering and career prospects in it for both freshers as well as for professionals. Thanks,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Thank you, Rajat. Yeah, thank you.
Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us.